Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Wolverines will kick it off to get us underway. Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. On first down, here comes this offense. Go! Acorn! Cricket! Looking to move it through the air. Quick completion on the out. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. And this Big Orange offense getting it done in the passing game.
And great execution by the quarterback. And when you think about Tennessee offense, man, when they got their trigger man, and they've had some great ones, Peyton Manning, T. Martin, Hendon Hooker had an unbelievable run. They find that guy, and their offense has been so hard to stop.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Working the middle, it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue! Dino! Dino!
They'll try to get it through the air. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Knocked down after a short gain, but enough to move those chains. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
The Vols have their offense in high gear.
Lasso! Lasso!
A run for the quarterback. Got the first down and more. And after the explosive run, giving this offense a little bolt of energy, he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are two conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measuring stick opponents. Like, once we start getting deeper in the season and start having the comparison game, well, you have a matchup, a big matchup of a Big Ten school versus an ACC school. This will be used in the college football playoff criteria.
On second down, looking to throw. Getting some heat. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
And on that 3rd down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. And as a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up 4th.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a 1st down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fast motion from the offense.
Flare! Flare! Tuna! Terrier! Lion!
From the gun, the ground game. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Watching this Tennessee running back, man, he just runs with so much purpose, and it reminds me of guys that I used to play against, Jamal Lewis and Travis Henry, 2 great Vol running backs that used to really test the physicality of our Gator defenses and some of those great games we had back in the late 90s. This dude right here, man, he just wears you down every single carry.
Might as well give it to him again. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20. The Volunteers want to crank the tempo.
Go! Go! Squirrel! Ready, ready!
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
Got it!
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal.
Moves!
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much running room as he'd hoped. He's out of bounds at the 13. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Here's the snap. He's going to go for a big one. Makes the grab down the left side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. One final play before the end of the quarter.
Let's. Spider.
They'll throw it on first down. Makes the catch. It's low. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. The give to the back. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have...
The ball pops out. He picks it up, still on his feet. The Wolverines come to the line trying to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He lets it fly. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play. And you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive. He's not able to come up with it.
Wide out in motion. He'll take it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. How about that play? A diving snag along the right side. And the ball's moving quickly to the line.
Razor.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
They'll leave it with him. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
He wants to throw here on second down. It's complete on the right side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He finds his man. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Makes the catch past the sticks. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning.
Flip it. Ready.
Trying the left side. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
42 Spider.
Oh, gave the defender the business. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass?
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
The Vols come to the line with a new set of downs.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And that play is essentially like the jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Ready, break.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
Cricket.
Running back goes in motion. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to run for it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. They'll immediately call timeout.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down marker.
Okay.
And the Volunteers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
Slab.
It's complete to the left. Touchdown ball! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Oh, and he hit the left upright. No good. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll start this drive with a pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
He can throw it, he can buy time, he can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
He wants to throw. Feeling some heat. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. And it's no good. After the missed field goal, it is still a 9-point game. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Volunteers will kick it away to start the second half. And he picks up what he can before stepping out of bounds at the end of the return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect plan just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
He's looking for a man on second down. He'll turn it loose out to the right. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he's out of bounds, but not before a good, sizable pickup, and that has been a rare sight in this one.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Comes out throwing on first down. Showing the arm strength to the left. Touchdown, Michigan! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late. At least you got the party started.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. FIU handled its business today, and given what this week was like in Miami, that is saying something. This is a focused group, and it's reflected in that final score. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll try the left side.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here.
Come on, set.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message. He clearly doesn't believe in punting, going for it this close to his own end zone.
Griffin!
On 4th down, looking to pass. Fires into traffic, picked off. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line.
Gorilla! Yep! Tuna!
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The give to the tailback. Got enough space. Touchdown, Wolverines. And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
Man, that tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and to slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the side.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, that's the second pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well, and you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line.
Black 24.
They run the reverse. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
A lot of times you have these guys start, these wide receivers, they're game breakers, and you want to find ways to give them the football, whether it be screens, whether it be jet sweeps. Just find ways to give him the football because he can get 5 yards in a hurry when you need those plays, especially when you want to mix it up on the defense and keep them guessing.
The Wolverines are threatening in the red zone. Quarterback checking off. Wants to throw on 3rd. Starting to feel a little pressure. Got the back over the middle. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10.
29 Philly. Lizzie. On the double.
New set of downs after that completion. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. First down to start the drive after the break.
Check. Down.
Motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, Dave, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
I like it. I like the play call. So many people get very conservative down in the red zone. Nice job of the offense. Get some speed on the perimeter. Try to make a play. Nice positive gain. I like that thought process. Just a little bit different.
Wants to go up top. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Michigan. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, you know, and then the second one.
And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Discards a man. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
The give, and tick, 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 tick. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On third down, going up top. Swings it out to his running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'd hope to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there.
I love the third down, aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job by the defense. They saw the throw, the quick pass, reacted to it, got him on the ground for a loss.
It is perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Jacksonville State was able to finish off a close one at Burgess Snow Field today. They did just enough both offensively and defensively to come away with the dub. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. And it's his fourth interception of the night. Got room on the return. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field.
Okay, ready?
You want to be physical with the quarterback, but you can't give up those roughing the passer penalties. It's 1st and 10. Throws to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
On the double.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man on the right. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Vols come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
The Vols are on the move. Wants to throw on first down. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. He'll pull it down and run. On the move at the 30. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Makes the catch. He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3. They'll try to blast their way in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. He's going to pass on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Nothing's working right now in the pass game for this guy. This is the nightmare scenario. He's already been picked off 3 times. That one got swatted away. Lucky it wasn't another interception. This quarterback is not playing with a ton of confidence.
And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Let's it fly. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
And this is always an interesting spot for me now because you're going to have to go for 2 regardless. I don't know if it's now or if it's later when you score, but at some point you're going to have to pull the trigger. So that's a you decision, but nice job by this offense getting the touchdown now to give yourself that opportunity to have a choice.
2-point conversion attempt is on the way. The snap sets up the throw. They're bringing heat. He's looking, pressure's coming, and the pressure gets there, and down he goes, and they won't be able to cut into this lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push and ball security, David. That's a premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Throws to the tight end. And it's his 4th interception of the game. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Wolverines. don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Oh, it's a reverse. Into the end zone he goes for the 2, and now they lead by 3 possessions.
How about that, guys? That's basically a 15-point swing. Defense gets a pick 6, and then your offense gets the 2-point conversion. Wow.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down. Open space at the 25. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Going up top on first down. The throw. Firing to the right, complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The Volunteers want to move quickly. He's going to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is there.
He lofts one down the sideline. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And he's going to go down as time has run out. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to